Oh, whoops. Forgot to switch the capture over, my bad. Start capturing stupid. Oh god, it's doing that thing again. There it goes. I think. Yeah, that looks good. Alright, hello everybody. Um, I had said I was going to try playing a little bit of it just to grind out some levels because old school RuneScape is very much a pick up and put down game, or I guess just RuneScape in general. Like, there's not as much like time sensitive stuff in this as there is in say like World of Warcraft. Like World of Warcraft, if you're not like constantly like on it and like jumping in with stuff, retail bound, not classic. But like there's so much stuff that like if you don't punch in like when you quote unquote have to, you get left behind and you're stuck playing catch up, which admittedly isn't that bad in WoW. Like it is not hard to catch up with everybody else in WoW. It really isn't. As somebody who doesn't play super often and as such, you know, isn't really caught up. Like I maxed out, I want to say like I don't know, 8 characters, maybe 10, however many, I don't know. But yeah, maxed out a bunch of characters and like I stopped playing a little bit before midnight came out. Actually, no, I stopped playing um at like season 2 of War Within. So, I mean that should tell you like how far back I am. I think they're already in season 2 of Midnight now. If not, I'm stupid and I'm not doing the math right, but I digress. Like even though it says like oh there's only 10 levels, dude, if you're not like on it and you don't go and do like a bunch of dungeons or whatever, like the new dungeons, or you don't you don't do like a pickup group in the raid, you're getting left behind. Um, and I don't like that. I don't care for that. That's partly why like I won't really say I like RuneScape more because there's just different aspects to both that I like. But I do like the fact that with RuneScape you can literally just pick it up and put it down. You know, it is a lot more of that like you could check out but you'll never leave. Kind of feeling. But I do like I like the slowness of RuneScape a lot more. I like the meditative aspects of it. And it is a very slow game. Um, but um, but yeah, like especially like towards like the later levels, like all my levels as high. Oh look, I have 1337. I didn't even notice that. Ain't that something? Not for long. Um, but but yeah, like all the levels that I have in, or yeah, all the like all my stats in RuneScape, these are low. These are considered to be low levels. Like I think medium, like mid level, is like 75 and up. So it's like my cooking and my mining, oh, and my wood cutting would all be considered like mid level, which is ridiculous. But mathematically speaking, I understand why. Um, But right now, I am still trying to get all my stats to a base level of 69 because I'm a child. Um, and currently on the chopping block is smithing at 68. And I think I went through it before, but yeah, it's smithing, then magic, and then crafting is going to be fun. But I'll probably level ranged prayer and magic before I even get started on crafting because I'm going to need a lot of gems. Um, I did a little bit of stuff in RuneScape 3, um, or RuneScape if you want to call it that. Um, and that was actually fun. I had more fun doing that than I probably would have expected to. Um, because like from playing WoW Classic and then playing Retail WoW, or rather from playing Retail WoW and then going back and playing Classic WoW, um, like I had a lot of like feelings of like, what am I doing? Like, why am I doing that? I don't like this version of the game anymore. And I realized part of it is just I'm not playing with friends. Like Classic WoW is still very much a game that you could just solo your way through, and it's fun and it's enjoyable. But like Retail WoW, soloing it, like just to like do like pickup groups and stuff for like dungeons and raids, it sucks. It honestly like it genuinely made me feel like mentally tired. Um, because any of the social aspects of it are just non-existent. And WoW relies so much more on the social aspects of it, of the gameplay, than RuneScape does. Because, like, again, RuneScape, you're not limited with your skills. You're not. There's only a handful of places where you yourself are limited and you would need another player, and it's like 3 quests. Um, and they're all in a quest series. Like, it's Shield of Arav, you need like a partner to do it. Um, Legends Quest, you still need a partner for that one because I think it's Legends Quest. Is it Legends? Yeah. You need a partner for that one because it involves the gang that you end up joining in Shield of Arav. Um, but yeah, uh, there's like you don't have to have somebody else do a bunch of mining for you. Like your skills will get kind of wonky. Like again, my mining is 10 levels higher than my smithing because I mine basically all my own coal. Um, and you need 4 for every 1 bit of mithril that you're getting, right? So it tends to add up. Like you end up mining a lot of coal, unless you're killing stuff that drops coal, like those golems. Um, the uh, the grind for rune crafting is going to be a pain. Technically, there's things that I could be doing like on members that would speed some of this up. Like what is it, Guardians of the Rift? I think it's called. Um, that's a faster way of leveling rune crafting. And then like Winter Toad levels like your fire making and stuff. Like there's mini games and stuff that you can do that give you levels in your skills or XP anyway, and skill making or skill building equipment too. Like it's kind of weird that this is where you get it from, but where's there we go, access to powder. So if you so there's a whole quest that you have to do to get through Pater Domus. Um, it's kind of weird because that's Latin, that's just House of the Father or whatever. But you have like a whole quest series that you do to get to Canifis. So Mauritania is a swamp. It's a big swamp and it's full of vampires. Um, but in Mauritania, I forget which mini game or whatever you have to do. I think it's temple trekking. If not, it's uh, the other one that's like reversed. I think it's Berg to Rumble. Because there's one where you're guiding like refugees away from the vampires through uh, Mortmire Swamp, and it has little like mini areas that it generates. It's part of the thing with they call it scale theory. Basically, like um, the world isn't actually as big as it looks in game. Like it's larger, you know, like a world. Um, but it's kind of inconsistent. It's kind of all over the place. Like there's times where like they say like, oh, this person went to uh, Lumbridge and it took them, a couple days or whatever. Um, but then like somebody else goes to Lumbridge and it takes them an afternoon. Um, So it's weird and it's odd and it's all over the place, but it's cool. I like the scale theory stuff. Same thing happens in um, Skyrim as well. Like they have I think it's the 1,000 steps, but in game it's only like 125. 100. I forget how many it is, but yeah. Um, I recognize as well this is not going to be one of the popular streams. This is very much going to be me quietly sitting here, quietly leveling some skills. Um, like the loudest parts of this are probably going to be superheat item for a little bit. And it's going to be a lot of me just sitting in this cave. Um, but yeah, I like doing this again. It's meditative for me. But anyway, yeah. So one of the mini games that's in Mortmire Swamp gets you the lumberjack outfit, which I believe gives you like a 1.25 increase, uh, or 1.25 multiplier for your XP. But wood cutting isn't really like a big deal in Mortmire Swamp. It's kind of weird. It's more of a big deal in Karamja than Mortmire. But I don't know, man. I don't know how they did it. I don't know why they did it the way they did it, but they did it. Um, all right, now comes the fun part of standing here picking coal. What was that? Oh, water surge. It looked weird. Um, oh, but yeah. What was I saying? Oh yeah, like one of the other mini games, which again, it's a mini game. It's not like it's the same thing over and over again. But pest control. Eventually, I'll do it on stream because I know there's plenty of people that have watched my streams that don't play RuneScape, won't play RuneScape, or won't do that because if they do play RuneScape, they're probably not going to get super into it the way I have for the last, I don't know, 25 years. um, However long it's been. Um, but uh, but yeah. Um, in Void Knight or in Pest Control, you um, you help the Void Knights who are Guthixian. Like Guthix is the god of balance, right? Um, so like their whole thing is like, oh, these I think they're from another dimension. So it's basically aliens. They're like these things are coming in and they're just chaotic and they're destroying stuff and they're upsetting like the natural order of things, which seems to put them more in line with like Saradomin, who's the god of order. Oh, yes, I would. There it goes. All right, dance, dansu, cha 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 cha. Oh, but yeah. So one of the reward things that you can get for doing pest control is you can get XP for your combat skills. Um, so you can get like attack XP, strength XP, ranged XP, magic XP. Actually, I don't know if you can get magic. You can get defense, but you can also get prayer XP. So rather than collecting bones or whatever, you could just level your combat skills and then just throw. Was that glass wall? This is why I shouldn't be talking while playing, or at least while doing. Hey, I got a lamp. So I got rune crafting XP because that's going to be a pain to, to level. Um, Actually, I think if I go do some rune crafting, I'll probably get a level pretty quick. I don't know. I think that... No, there's gotta be another one, right? Yeah, there you go. At 92, I'll make 3 body runes per essence. Um, I've already I think I already, yeah, 46, you get 2 body runes. So, I will be making the same amount of body runes until I hit 92. And body runes are the best runes that I can make. Um, that doesn't mean that's the only ones I'm going to be making, because I do use all the elemental runes for, mostly for travel, especially air runes. But air runes are also the first ones that you make, so you don't get a lot of XP for them. Which is partly why I don't have a lot of air runes. Or I have a like similar amount of air runes to everything else, because it's like, what the? Yo, bro, I just came across your stream and dropped a follow before heading out. Okay, you're a robot. Um, you're just actually a robot. Let me pull up my stream. Pull it up on my phone so I can keep track of chat. Because right now I'm just tabbing in and out. I can see it, man. I'm not tabbed out. You don't need to tell me I'm idle. I'm standing right here. Biggity bong. There we go. Alright. I'm probably gonna get another bingity bong, but it's a very loud chair. Like, the hilarious thing about all of these is the fact that, like, they they all have the exact same um what's it called? They have the exact same text. Oh, this one got restricted so you can't even see it. But yeah, um there's so many of them that just say unknown user because the account got banned. But yeah, there's so many of these things that it's not a real person, right? It's a bot. But they just use the same like copy and paste. They just pull the name out and put a different one in. At least the one like Discord group that I joined had actual people in it and everything. Matter of fact, I should drop my my links in that Discord. Copy link. Ow. Forgot about that. He had joined before, but his streams are or his username is a Mother's Keeper. I usually just call him Keeper. Um, but it has a not safe for work warning on his thing. It's kind of cool. Is he a freaking? Oh, he runs the freaking server, doesn't he? Yeah, look at that. I still don't have permission to post the freaking thing. Oh, there we go. Ghost of Tabor. Ghost. I'm not. Can I post in here yet? No. No. How do I get the freaking thing? Give me the old joystick jockey. Self-promotion. Here we go. Sorry, I just had to take care of that real quick. Oh, I forgot to get in the voice chat. Doi. Forgot about that. We were talking about Dimwit Dog. Um, I don't remember why. Um, I know we were talking about we had briefly touched on it here and there while we were streaming the other day or yesterday or whatever it was. I don't remember. My chair's gonna be really loud. I'm moving. I'm sorry. Um, but uh, but yeah, like we were talking about how um, a lot of people like to complain about the writing in World of Warcraft. Like people say that it got dumbed down. People say that it the stakes aren't as high. People say, right? Um, One, I think a lot of the writing isn't great. Um, there's so much that like they kind of leave to be desired with a lot of it. Um, a lot of the voice direction is a little iffy, to a point where I seriously am like, why do you have a voice actor for this character if you're not going to tell them, if you're not going to give them any voice direction? Like, it, the one time where it was kind of okay is there's an event. It happens every hour on the hour, right? It's the it's a it's the Earthen putting on a play, and they're all to do, like, weirdly they all have something to do with the Earthen's directives. They're basically rock people who have, code that tells them how to act, what to do, all that stuff. Kind of gives them their role in life, for lack of a better word. Um, and like the plays for the most part just exist either to like recount some history, which it's great for plays, or to scare the hell out of the Earthen so that they don't leave the world, or leave Kazolgar. Um, I can't remember her name, but I think her name's like Sonnerbird, Shona even. But yeah, she leaves Kazolgar or the Isle of Dorne and immediately gets like attacked by suspicious, foreigners, i.e., the other races of Azeroth. Um, and like that kind of makes sense as to why they would, one, make a play out of that, and two, feel that way because they were kind of programmed to. They were programmed to be afraid of what is this? Oh, for Jesus! For Jesus! God! Denied. Sit down. Trying to sell me viewers, brother? I already know I don't have any. I don't need to buy any. Get them the old-fashioned way. Um. Oh, but yeah. So like the um like one of the other plays is just about like uh one of the Titan keepers like just pushing the Earthen too hard, and uh to a point where like the Earthen I think end up killing him, or they just banish him from the Isle of Dorne. Um and the Titan keepers are like, yeah, you're right. Like he did push things too far. Here's a new one that won't. Um Here's a new Titan keeper. A new keeper anyway. Uh Supervisor, if you will. Um but yeah, like, does that pop up? Does that overlay pop up? No, no, it doesn't. How strange. Anyway, yeah, like, um, so that's great and all, but all of the voice acting in it is very like middle school play. Um, like, um, there's one where it's two generals, right? And they're like, "I'll be the next Storm Ward," basically the leader of the Earthen military, and he's like, "No, I'll be the next Storm Ward," and like I'm not kidding. That is about how the dialogue is. It's just like, I'll do it. No, I'll do it. And yeah, they're rock people, so it makes sense. Rock people. It makes sense that they, you know, be kind of stiff and, you know, not super, fluid with their emotion and whatnot. But also, it just reeks of like they don't understand how to entertain themselves because they're starting to like break their code, for lack of a better word. Hello, Zach.
Hey.
Um, and one of the because it's in sections, like there's like I think there's for each one of the plays there's like 4 or 5 sections of the play that you could do, including like the beginning part, which honestly has a really good soundtrack to it. It is such a fun and jaunty soundtrack. I love it. I cannot find it anywhere. I meant to look it up and I forgot to. It's probably on Wowhead. But uh the like before the play actually starts, you have time to like rack up points, because if you there's like 3 stages to how good you do. So if you get through the first thing, you get like a green level bag, basically, that has like crafting reagents or money or reputation points that you can gather. Um, or very rarely it has uh, blueprints and recipes, or a handful of like items and stuff. Like you can get potions from it. Um, but what the hell was that?
What?
What the fuck was that?
What was it?
Oh, you fucker. That's what it was. It was you subscribing with Prime. Thank you, Patronus, for subscribing. Expecto Patronum.
Mhm. Mhm.
Anyway, I was trying to figure out what the hell that was, but I forgot that I get alerts now. Because I set that up. So yeah, I'll read them out loud. Scared the hell out of me because I just went up the ladder in RuneScape and there's. Oh, but yeah. So like, uh, one of the things that you could do for like the play thing before the play actually starts is it just summons the Fungarians, which, for lack of a better word, are these little mushroom-headed bastards. Um, and all you do is just kill them. You just beat the shit out of them, and they're like, all right, you killed enough of those. Go paint the backdrops, and it literally just like pops up down in the uh like pit of the auditorium. There's like little wooden backdrops, and you just run down there and you just right click on them, and your character just like does a little animation where they just throw some paint everywhere, like they're doing a Jackson Pollock, which is what my room will look like if you turn on a black light. Um, but
But
but yeah, uh,
bus.
fell. But yeah, like there's like 3 of them, so you just like paint, 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 and then it just gets you like a little like da-dum, like like the video of those 2 girls running into the Hall of Mirrors wall, where they sound like the Netflix intro. um,
Crazy that even after everything, they kept a sound effect that Kevin Spacey made to use as the fucking intro.
did he?
Yeah, that sound is him punching the desk in House of Cards.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's what it comes from.
Oh, um. Anyway, uh, so yeah, it's like doing all those. One of them is really cool. It literally has a thing where it gives you like a little oh, what's it called? Contextual ability, where like it's not on your hotbar or anything. It just pops up right in the middle of your screen. You have to click it. It does. You don't really have like a hotkey for it. But you literally just run up to other players and you cheer them on before the play, and that is what you do. You have to do that like I think 5 or 10 times, and then moves you on to like the next little thing to do, and then after like a few minutes of those happening, then it rolls into the play where they talk like it's a middle school play, which I love in that sense. But I just made an evoker because uh, WoW still has like the trial thing, so you can level a character up to level 20 and keep playing. You just won't get any uh, um, XP moving forward. You could still get money and you could still get reputation. Like I have a handful of characters, or I ended up like just selling all their gear and sending all the money that they had
The main.
to my main characters on mostly on Moonguard. Um, but across several realms, there was a dwarf hunter named Taggart, um, who was level 20 and had maxed out reputation with Stormwind, with Ironforge, with uh, Darnassus, with um, Nomergon, or the gnomes anyway, with Gilneas, and with uh, the Exodar. So I had just like maxed out all the reputations with all the different alliance factions, and it was before like being level 20 you could kind of fight with stuff that's in Outland or on Outland or in Northrend, because now you could do like the time walking thing where it just scales everything up or down depending on what level you are, which is cool because it literally means you could level anywhere in WoW and it'll scale it somewhat appropriately. Um, which I like because again, there's plenty of places in WoW where I don't want to go. But I leveled a character in Pandaria. That was fun. I leveled several characters in Northrend. A couple characters in Broken Isles. Mostly on or in Eastern Kingdoms or Kalimdor. It's kind of funny that I'm yapping about WoW this much while playing RuneScape, uh, but yeah, like uh,
Oh,
I
well,
had, you all right? Just throw up a little.
I I picked up my phone and I forgot that I've got it plugged in, but the cord is literally like a 4-inch cable, so I just immediately dropped it, and then
Four inch.
it landed right on my mute. Yeah, I got like some super short USB-Cs because I needed one to my shitty little workstation for work. The keyboard that they gave me was like some dog shit membrane one, so I was like, fuck that. I built my own keyboard before in the past, so I use that for my work computer.
Do you remember that
But
floppy
the
fuck uh, keyboard that we had?
yeah, that one you could roll out. Yeah.
Yeah, that one was grody.
Yeah, I had it, and mom was just like, I was like, yeah, it's waterproof. And she's like, no, it's not. And I just like unrolled it and put it in the sink and just started filling the kitchen sink up. And it was just getting covered with water. And I was typing shit on my laptop. She's like, you can't do that. And I'm like, I'm doing it right now.
Look at it.
Hold on a second.
Well, he's taking a second. Um, yeah, so I was leveling an evoker, and well, I just made one, and I think I'm like level 12 because evoker is a hero class, so you start at a slightly higher level. Used to be the like uh this is how much of a stat squish there's been. Uh, so max level was I think 60 at the time. Um, I think it was 70 during Wrath, or was it 70? It was either 70 or 80. I can't remember. It was 85 during Cataclysm, so it might have been 80. 80. But anyway, yeah. Like so when you would make a Death Knight, which was your hero class, it was the first of them, and for a long time it was the only one. Um, you would your character would start at a higher level, with level appropriate gear and everything. So it's kind of weird. It was kind of different, because you weren't necessarily starting your adventure, which I liked that aspect of it. That like your character was already like an established character, or whatever. Um, they're just dead in the case of the Death Knights. But yeah, like the Death Knights now they start at like level 10. So what used to be like 10, 15 levels short of max level is only level 10 now. So if you want to even like comprehend what like the power creep is like, that's a great example. That like um level 10 is now what like level 55 used to be. Or I think they might start at like level 15 or something, Burger King foot lettuce. Um
Did I ever tell you about like how powered stuff was in Destiny for a while?
mm-mm,
When the first game came out, the highest power you could get was 30,
mm-hmm.
and that was based off basically every piece of gear you had in every slot had to be level 30. And doing stuff out in the world and like high difficulty like mission runs and everything, the highest you could get was 28, and the only way to actually hit 30 was by completing raids, and you had to get drops in raids and basically get a full raid set to drop at 30. And I think for a little bit it was like, oh, like once you're at like a certain level or whatever, or it was like you could do certain activities and then you were guaranteed like a minimum floor of like what it would drop at. And then you got a whole thing where it's like, oh, you could get gear to drop at these other amounts at different times. And basically, you could do some stuff and acquire individual pieces that were higher, and you could slowly get your level up, kind of like how it is now.
Mm-hmm.
But there was no way to hit max without doing the raids. And then I think you were limited to, because at the time, I mean, there was only the one raid in the game at first. And
Yeah, Ragnaros, yeah.
you were limited to what's it called? You could
I
only get
forgot how cherry
drops in
that
the
is.
raid once a week on each character, and then you only had three characters. So
Did you go get your free Slurpee today?
no, I forgot that that's what today was.
Oh, I don't know if it's the same thing at every. I don't know if you heard the pre-fire on that burp, but we're like before I like let it rip. But it was birthday cake Mountain Dew.
That's funky.
Yeah, man. I got like a little like fart of it into the cup. Took like a little like sippy sip. And I was like, that's disturbing, but it's not bad. I don't know what it says about me, but yeah. But anyway, go ahead with the raid.
But yeah, so it was super hard to hit max level on shit.
Mm,
And then like power creep stuff was crazy. And then when like the big like major DLC for the first game came out, they were like, "Oh, there there wasn't really a way to or like you could, if you had certain like rarity gear, uh they had it to where it was like, oh, like this is like a legendary item. If you got a different legendary or a different piece of gear that was higher level than this, you could put it into your gear and basically bring what you currently have up. But then when the next like major DLC came out, it was like, okay, um, none of the existing items right now, uh, you can't bring them up past a certain point. So if you like, it was basically gear that came out before that DLC was basically made useless, which sucked when it was like the
mm,
raid gear and everything, because you're just like, I did difficult shit to get this, and now I can't even fucking use it.
yeah.
And it was like in the first like people like they said that that was going to happen, and people were like, okay, like we'll just have to deal with whatever happens and see what gear we get, see how it goes. And in the very first mission of the DLC, you got stuff that was immediately like multiple levels higher than anything that you had.
Mm,
And it was like immediately invalidated gear that you had that was
yeah.
really good.
Yeah. I know when
And
okay.
I was gonna say, and they did that like a couple times, and then it was just like, okay, you had this gear from like game first launch, and like its maximum power was like this. They rebalanced the power and everything, and
Mm,
then it got to where it was like stupidly high for a power amount. And then after that, they were just like, okay, we're gonna like reprise and redo like all of the older raids and have them drop stuff at like the newer level now that they've been out for a while or whatever.
they did a Cataclysm
Um,
revamp.
yeah,
Go do stockades.
I mean they They were getting assisted by fucking Activision at that time.
That is true.
Uh, but yeah, it was crazy. I think at one point though in like Destiny 2, it was like the highest power was like 1500 or something,
Hmm.
and then they squished it all back down. And I think it was like the most recent or like the previous DLC was where they like re-squished everything again. It was like, okay, the starting power is now 10. Everyone's gear has been set to 10. And now the maximum amount I think is 550.
Yeah, when I was still during War Within, the very basically like the very start of it, um like uh I had decent gear because there was like the pre-patch event. It was the Radiant Echoes where like it literally just pulls like a random quest or boss or whatever, and it's like go fight this guy with all the other people doing it. Like uh in Eastern Kingdoms, it was in Searing Gorge, and like there's the Dark Iron. It's I don't think it's the no, it is the Thorium Brotherhood that's like set up, and they have like these like big metal towers and everything, and it literally like you see like weird like illusion like illusiony like bits of like Zolgarub, like the troll city, just like popping up on there, and it's like you're in Zolgarub, you got to fight this guy from Zolgarub, and you whoop his ass. And it's like, hey, go over here. There's this thing's going on, and like there's a bunch of like I think it's Stitches, the abomination, and it spawns in like ghostly or like kind of almost like holographic in a way, or hologram. Um, freaking, I always forget which one's a holograph and which one's a hologram. But anyway, um, like sheds and stuff from like Lordaeron and like Plaguelands, and you fight Stitches and you kill him, and then like after X amount of like things have been done, and it's like Ragnaros is here, and you have to go fight Ragnaros. And then in Northrend, it was like uh, God, what's his name? Uh, Malgus Manastorm, I think. He's a warlock. Hang on, let me get on the wiki because it's gonna bother me now. Um, Radiant Echoes. Yes. There we go. Wilfred Fizzlebang. Yeah, because there's a like one of the quests that was in Northrend or in Wrath was the Argent tournament where fucking Wilfred Fizzlebang, um, he's like, behold the absolute power of Wilfred Fizzlebang, Master Summoner, and he summons in like yeah, Lord Jaraxxus, and it's kind of gross because the portal that he summons him, like it has like ghostly demon hands that then like tear open the portal, but it just looks like goatsy. Um, uh, and like he steps through and he's like, "You can't control me, little gnome," and he's like, "Oh shit, somebody kill it!" And he just fucks off. But he yells it so you could hear it across the entire zone. So you could be on the other side of the zone doing one of the other echo things, and you just hear, "Wilfred Fizzlebang, Master Summoner," and it's like, oh yeah, somebody's fighting that. And you would get on your dragon because you shouldn't use a griffin anymore because skywriting is way faster than steady flight, and you spin around and go flying over there, and the thing like the enemy that everyone has to kill is already on like a tenth of its health.
Yeah.
But yeah, in doing that, you would get stuff that was just short of like, or it was on par with like the beginning gear that you would get when you started the expansion pack. Um, but like,
Hello?
base. So
Yo,
I got crazy news for y'all.
what's up?
Sorry to cut it off, what you were saying, but actually, no, keep going. It's not that important. Well, it's important, but I saved the best for
I
last.
guarantee you, it's more important than what I'm yapping about something that happened like 2.5 years ago. Continue.
All right, well, this happened recently, like 5 minutes ago. So you know, as a kid, like those kind of sticks you would get while you're just walking or whatever at the park, or like a stick you would take home.
Yeah.
You could just be like, "This is a badass stick."
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. So I took a shit that looked like a stick you would take home.
That is important. Um, Thank you for that, Matt.
It was sad flush. Damn near
Salute that
saluted
bad boy
it.
all the way down.
He saluted on the way down.
If I had a trumpet, I would have been playing it.
Anyway, um, yeah. So when you did the Radiant Echoes, you got uh gear that was leveled up to be like on par with what was basically like heroic or not. No, I guess it would be like normal level raid gear at the end of the expansion because the idea was like you'd finish that expansion and then go into the next one, right? Or you had finished, so then you could start up the next one with the gear that you got from the last expansion. So even though you really didn't have to do that much because again you were there with 100 people fighting all these bosses and stuff, so you're just whooping the game's ass. Um,
Wait, what game are you talking about?
World of Warcraft. Um,
Oh, never mind.
yeah, I was gonna say I guarantee you didn't do Radiant Echoes. You may have seen me do it, but probably wouldn't remember. It was such a like nothing burger of a thing. But but yeah, like they had a similar thing with Midnight where you had to go fight the Twilight's blade, which is stupid because it's just the Twilight's hammer, except Xalatath was in a knife, which is why people called her the Knifeu Waifu. Um, oh, but yeah, so like I had done the Radiant Echoes stuff. Tranquil had been doing the Radiant Echoes stuff. Got gear for all the like gear types. So there's cloth, leather, mail, and plate. So I got all four of those done. So I was very happy about that. And then we started playing War Within, and there's like the delves, which are like mini dungeons. Um, but then there's also the Great Vault. Um, and if you did higher level delves, you would get higher level items from the vault, and you had a chance of getting like gear. So um,
All the
we would
gym bros downloading it right now.
right. Um,
He
we would
said there's gonna be gear.
yeah. So we would do a Treggle and I would do like a handful of delves or whatever, and then I was like, well, she said get good gear, so I might as well, just go do delves when I have free time. So I was doing like higher and higher level delves, and then I was doing pickup groups of heroic dungeons. And if you have normal level gear, you could start doing heroic stuff. And if you have heroic level gear, you could start doing mythic stuff, right? Um, so I
Heroic
was
sounds like a word I would say.
yeah. Uh,
Hello.
Is me.
so so anyway, um, Keeper said, for the record, fuck Skyrim. Todd Howard eats eggs whole raw for the texture of the shell. That's fucking. He's not a lizard. Just that's disgusting, Keeper. Oh, but yeah,
What if that was an actual fact?
it could be. Um, Todd Howard's a strange individual. Hello, by the way, Keeper. Thank you for joining. Um,
The eggs are too soft, so I eat the shell.
um, but yeah, so I just went and did like heroic dungeons because I accidentally had it like set to queue me for pickup groups and heroics. Um, and when you have the Great Vault, you would get an item basically every week from the vault. It was every week. And the seasons last a while. My save file corrupted on a year, so I have to restart. And he's definitely a lizard person. Have you seen his face? I've seen the piece of plastic that he has on the front of his head that he says is a face. Actually, I don't know if he's gotten a lot of work done. He might just have like he might have gotten some like a nip and a tuck here, and then he just has like creepy good genes.
Maybe he got stung by a bee.
It's God Howard, so you never know. Um,
God.
yeah, everyone calls him God Howard instead of Todd Howard. Um,
Damn.
what was I saying? Oh yeah. So I had like heroic and mythic level gear, and for a long time, Tranquil had just like Tranquil had just like way higher like item level than I did. Um, and then like she popped on, and I just had like ridiculously high leveled shit. And she's like, "The fuck have you been doing?" And I was like, "You told me to run delves and do dungeons." So I just had like really fucking busted stats, and she was just like, "Jesus Christ, have you just been running dungeons all day?" I was like, "Yes." Um,
I don't know why that's so funny.
what?
Fucking Tranquil. It makes
Tranquil?
her sound like a nerd.
I was gonna say, Tranquil is just tranquil, but she just has like Neanderthal forehead. It's just cave tranquil, like cave
Reminds me of
mat
a name like Sparkle or something.
farkle.
Or like fucking fuck like Randall from Recess.
I was
To
about
be
to say
fair, that's his actual name.
Randall Weems.
Looking more like Randall the Rat.
Ah shit, it was air runes. Fuck. Teach followers. Oh wait, I'm taking off all the town edit mods where it adds. Where it adds cities, a few other stuff. I might have crashed my thing. I'm adding teach fellowships. I'm making my character look like one of my IRL friends, vice president of the team. And because if I have to suffer on a new save, he does too. Yeah. Um, One of my favorite like things that I saw was like there's a bunch of dudes that do this. Uh, but this girl noticed that like her boyfriend or husband or whatever the hell he was, right? Was making a female character in the game he was playing. Um, and she was looking at the character for a while. And she was like, "Oh, weird. That's just fucking me." And it was like a dead ringer for her. And she was like, "Why are you making me?" And he goes, "Well, if I'm gonna look at something all day, it might as well be something that if I'm gonna look at somebody the entire game, it might as well be somebody that I like." Which is just super
Yeah.
sweet. Yeah, right. Uh, I told you long ago, big homo.
I thought of one of these. It's a fucking callback. But I just remember Zach got me really bad with it.
So
I don't remember what we were talking about, but I just ended up going like, man, I miss my wife. And it's when Gabby was at her mom's. Looking at Zach like, yeah, I do too.
I did that on Sims, then would lock the X in the house with no doors. Yeah, we all do what we gotta do to work through stuff. Yo, okay. So spoiler alert for Metro Exodus for the shitty ending, the Eternal Voyage. I had a dream like that. I've been getting stress dreams, and usually they involve driving to some level, probably because gas is too fucking expensive and it makes me stressed out, but like not enough to where like I'm actually like worried about it. Um, but I had a neighborhood in one house, but Jesus, uh, it's the was it the Taolong walled city or whatever? Uh, Oh, but yeah, no, I was just driving along and like I at one point like I looked down because I was like, man, it's a quiet drive, and I went to like play music. Um, and I noticed the radio was working. I was like, that's weird. I don't remember getting the radio worked on. And it was also like the one that Zach and I were looking at for me to get, which I still need to actually get that. Um,
Wait, so sorry to ask this in the middle of a story. What's wrong with the one that you currently have?
the fuses are fried.
Oh,
Yeah. And we tried to put one of the other fuses in and it wouldn't work, so we're just gonna yank the whole radio out. It's also just old, and if I want to like play music on my phone, I would have to get a cassette that I can connect to it. Um, yes, they make those. Um, but yeah, um, in my dream, it's always there. In my dream, I was driving down like a freeway, but it wasn't any of the ones that we usually go to. I wasn't like coming home from taking you to work or going to get you or either of those things. Um, I just remember at one point I literally drove through another car. I was like, well, this is clearly like a dream. What the fuck is going on here? And I'm not kidding. It took a second for my brain to be like, no, this is a dream. I thought I died in traffic, like I got in a wreck, and my ghost was just like kept going. I was like, what the fuck? And then I was like, oh no, I'm dreaming. And I was like, why am I on the fucking endless voyage, uh, or the eternal voyage dream? Why is that what I get stuck with? And I was so mad for a second. Oh, and then I was like, well, fuck it, I like my truck. So like I just like was just sitting in the truck and I was just in a relatively like good mood, just driving along, listening to music. And I woke up and I was like, man, I hope I don't die. It was like really stressful, then really calm, and then I woke up like, fuck, I was dying. But I was obviously I'm fine. Um,
That
but
was a cool story, man. But now it's having to wake up.
thanks, Matt. Um, I was gonna beat on my desk to imply that I was just like, I don't know. But anyway,
Beat on your desk. You just fucking have a dildo attached to it.
right. No, I need that underslung fleshlight for the bottom of the desk, the battle station.
Well,
That
what's that the fucking the auto jerker or whatever?
the auto jacker, yeah, what Chief has.
Yeah, you need to get that, but attach a V8 engine to it.
Rip your shit smooth off.
um, no, yeah, that was like one of my favorite series of pictures that people were putting on a. Um, there's that subreddit, battle stations, where they just like post like their desktop with like their 8 monitors or whatever. But like for whatever reason, there was more than one person that had just like a fucking, rubber cooter, just like either duct taped or like glued or whatever to the bottom of their desk. It's like, dog, you can't just have that in like the nightstand and just get it out later. Like you have to be at your desk and just go to town on it. Like what is wrong with you, dude? Like it's not a problem that you
And
have
is
it.
it
It's a problem that it's mounted like you just never know when you're gonna need it. Like I gotta keep that shit on standby.
You never know when the goon session will hit.
Exactly. Um, and it's like if it's so pressing that you just gotta get it out then and there at your desk, you have a problem. uh,
how would you prefer if I was just like, I guess I have time, so you pull out like the glass of whiskey and then just like an auto jacker next to it?
right. Or the thing from Family Guy when Lois is like, "All right, Peter, I'm gonna go get groceries. I'll be back in 5 or 10 minutes." He goes, "Which is it?"
I gotta know.
Right.
I gotta smoke some shitty weed in the bathroom while you're at the grocery store.
That's not Peter.
Yeah, he smokes crack.
Yeah. Where'd you get crack? Blacks. What? Yeah, it's behind Black's fishing store. There's a white guy selling it. That's still one of my favorite like throwaway jokes. Oh, by the way, I'm assuming you saw that I had posted a thing in the self promo, being that you hopped in, Keeper. But yeah, I couldn't put it in the what is it, the joystick jockey. But anyway, it's it's there now. So if anybody's in that Discord and they want to watch my shit, it's there. Oh yeah, Keeper, I don't think you were here for it, but we beat Skyrim. We beat the main story and um, Dragonborn. So I'm taking a break from it for now. But if I find any, like I was mentioning it before, but if I find any decent like story creations, mods, whatever, I'll probably grab those. But like, eh, might not. Also, I don't even know if Keeper's still here. He may have departed. Not like he's dead, I just mean like he may have just left.
I was confused. I thought Keeper was trained.
No, no, no. No.
But fucking Keeper's the foot guy, right?
No, he's not the foot guy. The foot guy never
Was it
even responded to anything on stream. He was watching the stream, but he wasn't in like the comments or anything. He wasn't in the chat. And also that was in old school RuneScape, not in Skyrim, which is what Keeper plays.
Oh shit! They switched this room up.
Oh shit! How'd these get up here?
Pretty sure this is for
That's a Family Guy reference.
who?
Lucky there's a man who positively can do. Oh, I had to fucking yell at the Kappa earlier.
What they do?
What? Oh, okay. I don't know.
Actually, what wasn't it about, basically?
Right. Okay. So I don't know where else they fucking went, but they went to KFC. Kyle got a famous bowl. They got a bucket of chicken. Right? She jumped a curb, I'm assuming. So I was like, you could have gotten me a famous bowl. Like, not that I'm gonna eat some of this chicken that's in the damn bucket, but I don't like bones in my shit. So I was like, would have been nice if I had known about this. I would have, told you, yeah, get me this or get me a box of chicken strips or something. But I was unawares of the, of what the hell was going on. And she was like, well, I didn't know if you'd be back. And I was like, it's not like I fucking live here. Stupid. So that pissed me off. Because it's like, yeah, I'm going to be back. I fucking live here. She was like, she just like kept trying to, yeah. She was like, you weren't here. I was like, I live here. I'm going to be coming back. She was like, well, I wasn't sure when you were going to be back. I was like, probably before you, before the chicken went bad. Like, even if I can't afford to get the food, like, I will still, like, right, Matt, I volunteered to buy you a fucking sandwich, but I still was like, do you want to go get food?
Yeah.
Like, there's been a couple times where I just went and got the freaking slopperelli because I just needed something to eat and I didn't feel like cooking. But, like, very rarely will I just go and get myself food and just not tell anybody. Like, usually that's like if I'm like if I feel like I'm crashing because I haven't eaten all day or whatever. But like, yeah, like it just annoys me to no end how many times that's happened. Oh, and then I was like, I finished the chicken that I got. I had a drum and a breast or whatever the hell I ate. So I just chucked the bones out back, right? And she's like, no, don't do that. The cats are going to eat it. I was like, yeah, it's chicken. And she's like, they can't eat chicken bones. I was like, yeah, they can. And she goes, no,
they shouldn't, actually.
She was like, they eat bird bones. I was like, yeah, it's a bird. Well, hopefully the fucking raccoon eats it and dies.
Yeah, once chicken bones get cooked, they're like too brittle and they can break and like really hurt animals, so they shouldn't eat cooked chicken bones.
Yeah. But she was like, no,
they eat... Blondie.
She's inside. She's like, no, they eat bird bones. I was like, chicken. The bird. Dumb fuck.
That's when you just hit her with the birds or birds.
Yeah. So it's like, I recognize what Zach is saying, definitely. Here's hoping the raccoon eats it and cuts up his insides and leaves.
Probably won't. I feel like you'd have to open up the attic and toss them up there.
Just tucking chicken bones up there.
Well, you want to hear
Um,
some crackhead shit I was coming up with? Because they don't like strobe lights. So I was gonna fucking tie my light to a fucking to a stick or something and just have it up there like a
Oh, your
fucking
bitty,
gun light.
effigy.
bitty, 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 bitty,
Yeah,
bitty, bitty, bitty.
I was gonna charge the shit out of it and then just have it up there.
Good work. Um,
I want them to take it though.
they're not gonna.
Matt, they have little robber's mask. I don't trust it.
They have little robbers' masks and hands. I know that creeps people out that raccoons have hands.
At least they don't have a thumb,
Yeah, they
so
do.
like ours.
Yeah, they do. They have a little gripper. Um,
Damn, this doesn't fit.
oh yeah, that art that somebody that somebody mixed with the uh World of Warcraft Midnight pre-patch login screen, the one with like the portal where they put Xalatath in it with their dogs out. That's official art, by the way. Like officially like licensed, I guess. Blizzard had a guy
Damn it.
make that, and so he's like, man, armpit and feet. This guy's going places.
Yeah,
Oh
hell.
yeah, yesterday. That's why I said I should buy a taser because I went into the kitchen again. I think I was just getting a drink, and she was like trying to talk to me about work, and I was like, we're not fucking talking. I don't know why she doesn't understand that. Like ever since they pulled that shit with the space heater, I'm just like, we're not talking. Don't fucking talk to me. Part of the reason why I'm like, I don't want you talking to me about anything because you're a dick. Secondly, I don't need Derp to find out that I have a job. And then he's like, you got to pay for everything, everything ever. And it's just like, shut up.
Yeah, one of my favorite things is that like I'll specifically mention something and be like, I don't want this to happen, and they're like, I didn't do that. It's like, yeah, you did, fuckhead. That's why I'm not letting it happen again.
Oh, like the food situation when he tried to say it like it was a joke, and it's like, dude, like it's not funny. Where it's like he
Um,
almost straight up caused altercations about it. Like it's not funny.
Not even that, but like just bullshit that she's done, and then like I'll sit there and be like, yeah, I'm not letting this happen again, so I'm not gonna let the scenario play out that'll let it happen. And then it's just like, I didn't do that. Yeah, you did. That's why I'm not letting it happen again. That's the implicit part of again, dumbass.
Yeah, because the last time something like that happened, the towers fell.
Yeah. Well, one did, and then a tower fell again. I don't know why we're blaming my grandmother for 9/11, but
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying they had gone to New York. Not during, but
You know, they had gone at some point.
yeah, they did. Oh, but yeah,
It's so stupid.
it is. But yeah, like there was jumping back to WoW for a second. Um, with the evoker like starting experience thing. God,
The East Joker.
yeah, the voice the voice actors needed much better direction. It's so bad. And like they got a handful of people because they're all dragonkin. They're dragon people, right? The Drakthir. Um and they got people that could do a pretty good like, Dr. Claw from Inspector Gadget. Like that's how basically all of them talk. Um but beyond that, there's like there's no I there's like no life behind any of the voice acting. Um, it's kind of like how um, when Disturbed did their cover of Sound of Silence, and every dude that thought he had a good baritone would try to like cover it, but it sounded like shit because as much as a piece of shit Zionist as Draymond is, he does have good like vocal range. Like he can get up there. And all these dudes that were singing Sound of Silence and like doing covers on YouTube, or that one guy that ended up on The Voice in like Venezuela or some shit did a cover of it. As soon as Draymond goes into the higher like registers and everything, these dudes fucking fall apart and they sound like shit. And it's because they don't actually have that much range with their singing. They just have a decent baritone. Um, but yeah, like that's the same problem that like all the evokers or all the Drakthir and like Draconid and Dragonkin voice actors have throughout um Dragonflight. I know Dragon, Drakthir, Dragonkin, Draconid, blah 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 blah. Like it's all kind of blending together. Dragonflight is the expansion pack, and there's dragons everywhere. And they
I'm
have
over here dracking it.
right. Dude, you look at Alex Straza. Like I ain't
I
pulling
don't
out.
want to see Alex Jones.
Not Alex Jones. He's not a dragon. He's a Nazi.
This
Um,
fucking baritone just like,
but
uh,
Al- Alex Jones would be part of the Red Dragonkin. Uh,
his powers in his fucking Rolex watches.
yeah. Um, but yeah, like, so they have people that could do a really good, like, gravelly, like, dragon voice. But beyond that, they suck at voice acting. Um, which again sucks because I want them to be better than they are, and they are not. String. My daddy makes me smoke cigarettes if I don't eat my spaghetti. I got 3 in my
What the
pocket.
fuck is the heater on, dude? Dude, we were just talking about this earlier. Me and my team was, for whatever reason, they have like the heat on.
Did did it get cool enough? Like, is it set to like come on at like 65 or like 70?
No, like you gotta bear in mind, like even when it started getting cold last year, they like it took them like a week or two to put the heat on. But now the heat's just on. Like we've all almost overheated a couple of times. I almost did earlier, so I had to like stop what I was doing. My dad don't work with my hat off, but I was sweating that bad that I needed to. In the patient rooms, it's hot. In some of like the restrooms, it's hot, and it's like, dude, why?
Yeah. I know in the
It's like
bathroom here, it's just bad circulation.
yeah, it's like you're already taking a steamer, and then because how hot it is, you're just taking in a turbo, and you're just fucking sweating all over the place. Like, mind you, I'm wearing a bunny suit right now, the hairnet and a mask. Like, I'm sweating already.
That's wearing the bunny girl suit.
No, you homosexual. I'll send a picture to prove that it's not that.
That's in the Pippa Pipkin comic that somebody made.
Ooh, it's spooky in here.
Ooh, spooky.
The fact that she just posted, she's like, I can't believe that I'm a fucking loser in my own dojin.
Yeah, it's fucking.
Oh yeah, I did tell you about it, right? What they're trying to do with me moving forward.
No, maybe. Oh
Uh,
yeah, like you're in the pocket for a team lead whenever they need one.
but they're trying to do it in a way so both supervisor and team lead get their Friday and Saturday off. Like one gets one off and the other one comes up, and then it's like they get that one off.
Oh, so like you just take over for one of them, which means you have to work both Fridays.
Kinda, yeah. Well, no, not both Fridays. Like I think because the way the schedule is, it's fucked because yesterday they only had 2 people on a busy day, so they want to make it to where it's not like that anymore. And we got like 2 more people, join us. So hopefully it works out. But they're trying to set it in a way where it's like everyone wins, I guess. Uh, so yeah, we were discussing my racist features. No, I just kind of laid it out for them though. I'm like, I'm down to do this, but you need to train me properly, otherwise I'm not doing this.
That is a GTA 6 possum with a fat ass.
And from the sounds of it, they're not going to train me, but it's still going to move forward. So I just got to watch over my team lead later on tonight to see how to use the computer properly.
Yeah.
Computer, make these guys gay. You've been programmed.
Like, it's crazy how I know how to use certain things on a computer, but when it comes to like actual important shit, no.
Yeah. It took me a while to learn the shit for when I was working at Conduit, but once I got it, it was really easy.
Uh, because I mean, you know how like it's easy for me to just like, excuse me, a fucking another one came up. Uh, like you know how I am, where it's just like if I don't know how to do something, all I gotta do is watch someone do it a couple of times, and it's just like that. I
Yeah.
already know how to do. Uh, that's all I'm asking for. But they're like, there might not be time. It's like, what do you mean there won't be time? I'll use my break.
What the fuck do they mean there won't be time? Like, you're almost always finishing stuff super early. So, like, there's definitely time on your part. If they're saying there might not be time on their part, then they're not doing their fucking job because all you're trying to do is watch them work.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's just like make time. Like fuck, I can do it. I will take time out of my day. If it's on a day off, I'll gladly show up just so I can see how to use it. But it's just like it's one thing after another, and I'm just like, man, you know, if I'm ever in charge again, it's not gonna go clean. And if it does, it was just pure luck. Because they, I think I told you they mixed up the fact that it's like, yeah, he works fast and he's efficient when it comes to doing shit on time. That doesn't mean he knows what the fuck he's doing. And I was like, thank you. Like, that makes a lot of sense. And the fact that they're like, yeah, he's fast. It's like, you didn't show me nothing, though.
Yeah. It's a habitual problem that they have. Sorry if you can hear my chair. I know I'm a fat ass.
For those watching, I'm not, like, fast at everything. I last pretty long.
That's a lie.
Wink, wink.
Nudge, nudge.
I went back and watched one of the streams. One, yeah, my mic quality is shit in the bed. Two, Matt, you sound like you're like talking through a sock.
Well, yeah, I'm using an earbud and I'm wearing a mask and a
I know.
fucking.
That's what the mask is for.
If anybody finds out that I'm using a mask, we'll go to your house and I'll cut you. Or whatever Bob Ross said.
You wearing a mask, you think the coronavirus is gonna get you.
Right.
No, but I think AIDS will.
Yeah.
Why don't they just do that? Call every disease just AIDS, and then these dumbasses will have to listen.
AIDS.
AIDS.
Um,
You
who
got
was it?
AIDS.
Was it the voice actor for Gumball and Dream that were beefing?
Yeah, and he's
Yeah,
like,
and
he called Dream fucking F
Slurs.
slur.
And I was like,
it
you
was
can't say
funny
that. And
because
he's like, I'm gay as hell. And they're like, all right, you can't say that.
it was funny because when Dream was like, he said this and this, he goes, first of all, I did call you this. Secondly, I didn't do this, and I called you pretty much gay and fat, and that's what fucking killed me. The fact that he called Dream fat and he had to let everyone know he
The thing that cracked me up with
also
Dream when he did his like face reveal, because I saw the pictures, I wasn't like super involved in or invested in it. Involved. Um,
you took the photo for him.
right. The
You were the
fact that
mask.
you could you could see that he's jutting his chin out and he's sitting at an angle like a fucking cartoon character. I'm guessing because he didn't want to get bullied for like a chin situation like Leafy does. Um,
least he's balding now too.
Does he look like a clavicular or whatever? That dude that like had like a hairpiece attached to his hat.
No, I forget that all
he
these
looks like a
things.
shittier, smaller version of Keemstar.
Like, you know how Asmund Gold's hair is, like at the
Ratty.
front.
Oh yeah.
So he's getting that, except it's pushing back, and he's still letting his hair grow out.
Yeah. Uh,
And he's got like a really ugly beard.
I was talking to Kyle about him just shaving the top of his head and then just wearing a hat all the time, just confusing the shit out of people. I was like, no, you might look like a fucking trailer park creeper.
You gonna let him get the monk cut?
Yeah.
I wish I knew how to juggle.
What?
And yeah, I want to learn how to juggle, but I'm not that like I can't lock in like that.
I used to know, but I can't anymore.
Like I was learning how to do it with one hand, but I like realized I had better shit to do. Because it was Adrian who got me into it. He's like, "Oh yeah, I could do it like this," and his record was like, I think 6. And I was like, "Wow, I want to learn how to do that." And I was like, "Actually, never mind."
He's playing with balls.
You should have seen the way he did it.
AI
The other one with
viewers,
his
how
mouth.
about go to hell? Oh, it's restricted and it's not even popping up.
All right, that's done. I gotta go to blood bank. Let me tie off that bag, actually.
Excuse me.
Mm,
I'm gonna install the not safe for work mods on Daggerfall.
I feel like Marty Robbins the way I have this big iron next to my head.
He didn't shoot himself. He died for your
No, he
sins.
died of natural causes.
I just thought of something horrible.
What's up?
Hey, Zach, speak your mind.
I can't do it.
Speak your truth.
Go ahead. I guarantee you, I've said worse.
So he's feeling like Kurt Cobain with the big iron on his head.
Yeah, I mean, I told you about the. I don't think you were here for it, but the fucking. I think it was when I was still just like solo, basically. It was before you guys were like popping in basically every stream. But okay, see you later, dude. I guess he wanted mithril. Um, but
You
yeah,
want a
like
menthol?
not menthols.
Is it?
Um, when I was playing WoW and I just like walked up on a gun and it was right at my face and I just go, "With the lights out, it's less dangerous." And
Oh, I
Tranquil
was
was,
there for that.
were you there for that? I wasn't sure.
Yeah, I was laughing.
Um, but yeah, Tranquil was like, she was watching this stream. She was like, "Oh my God, don't say that." And I was like, "I'm sorry. I saw a shotgun aimed at my face and that's the first thing I thought of."
I told you when I got an annoyed look back when I was slacking here, right, when I would like finish my area and just go hide for 5 hours. Because we started the day and they're like, you better fucking help with stuff and I'll just go hide. We're gonna look for you. I was like, you can't. I already mastered Anne Frank's Ninja Way.
Oh God, I think it was on stream when Dallas had that sticker book. I don't remember what fucking name was on it, but I thought it was Anne Frank.
Oh,
Uh,
fucking Lisa
Yeah,
Frank.
there you go.
yeah, fucking the exact losing it.
Was that?
The Anne Frank sticker book.
I don't think that was on stream, but yeah, I called it an Anne Frank sticker book. I was like, wait, that's not what it says.
So what would the Helen Keller one be like?
I
A
don't know.
scratching sniff or something?
Oh my god.
The Helen Keller scratch and sniff book.
Or was that bad?
Man, I'm tired. How long have I been streaming?
Tired of the
Hour and a half.
bullshit. No, I'm kidding.
I'd even said like, cause my computer crashed like 3 or 4 times before before I even decided to start streaming, just trying to play a YouTube video.
Why is it crashing?
My graphics card is failing, and
Oh.
YouTube is made like shit and just eats up like resources. So, but yeah, part of it is probably also a Windows issue. There's probably some bullshit with the whichever version. I think I'm running Windows 10 right now, like, or maybe it's 11. I don't fucking know. But anyway, there's probably some bullshit with the way Windows works, where it just isn't loading something right and it's crashing. Kyle's also a fucking moron because he was like, well, we ran Linux on it and it worked fine. I was like, yeah, normally so does this, but there'll just be random days where it just crashes 8 times in a row trying to watch a YouTube video. I was like, so you can't base it on the fact that it worked fine for 8 hours, because this works fine for 72 hours or however fucking long, 128 hours, and then randomly it'll just be like, there'll just be a day where it's like, yeah, it ain't gonna work. But yeah. Yeah, basically the biggest thing is I just need a new graphics card, but that costs money that I don't have. And what would be easier to get and would also make the streams better would be just that new mic setup, and I was already planning on ordering that once I had the money. It's just we're going bowling with furries, so that's gonna be like $50. Hopefully CJ can go, but we'll see. They said they were kind of like, they kind of wanted to, but they might be busy. And I was like, I mean, I'll pay for it if you don't. They're like, cause that, like, isn't that gonna cost money? I was like, $25, but I can pay for it. And they were like, maybe. So we'll see.
Doesn't say,
Mhm.
Kyle, find a site where they're selling graphics cards and I don't know, I guess decent price, because I'm trying to get one too.
At a decent price, no, but you can find a site
they're
where
all
they're selling
expensive.
them. Yeah.
It's at the point now where it's like you literally just have to be like have money ready and constantly just be looking all the time for some random ass sale to happen.
Yeah, you basically just have to have like $800 just sitting there. Not necessarily 800, but they're up there. Which sucks because it's not one of those. Yeah, it's not one of those things where you could just have the money on hand, or you could just be like, yeah, I'm gonna get a graphics card and just grab one, because you're not gonna have the fucking money for one unless there's a sale, and nobody announces their fucking sales. So yeah, you basically just have to have the money on hand and then just be constantly on the lookout, which is what Ron does, because he takes a bunch of Adderall and then he watches online mercantiles. That's not true. He does not take a bunch of Adderall and then watches the price of graphics cards. He takes a bunch of Adderall and turns dollars into pounds, into euros, into dollars, into yen.
His grandpa.
Yeah. Hey! Bam, 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 bam. Let's see, I unlocked Water Wave, Bake Pie, Geomancy, Harmony Island Teleport, Lunar Armor, Third Age Robes, Third Age 1, Dragon Hunter 1, Arcane and Spectral Shields, Spirit Shields, excuse me. Hell yeah.
Set something off, I don't know what.
Fucking peanut.
What? Well, quit fucking slow charging. Just charge fucking normal. You piece of shit. Anyway.
I don't know. I'm probably gonna look tonight for graphics cards because I fucking need one just to play most of my games. So why are these dildos charging so fucking much?
Because you can use it to mine for Bitcoin.
No, they're not worth it for that anymore. They
Yeah.
haven't been for a while.
Because you can use it for AI generation shit.
Yes. They're expensive because of that, and then like NVIDIA makes things that basically have the same type of processor like a graphics card has, but it's not made to output graphics. It's just to do fucking math for AI. Um,
That's really stupid.
but they're well, it's the way that like graphics cards can process things. They're really good at doing some kinds of math and everything. That's why they got used for mining bitcoins until different options came out. Um, but they're really good at like all of this like multiple operations all getting processed at once, which is good for looking through everything for an AI like a large language model
Mhm.
to let it think. Um, but the thing is, all these people want to run LLM things and like custom versions of stuff, but they don't want to pay for the version of the thing that NVIDIA is selling that's made for that. So then they just buy graphics cards, and they've just been buying them up like crazy. And every time new shit is available, they're buying that. And it just sucks because they buy up everything, and then it's like, all right, they had a graphics card and they used the fuck out of it for a while, and now it's like, damn, it's as if somebody fucking mined Bitcoin with that shit with like how aggressive it was getting used.
Mhm. It got ran through like the only women that would flirt with me at a bar.
Lesbians?
That shit had more data going into it than Bonnie Blue.
I feel bad for her kid.
Like, don't get me wrong, I get people, are attracted to her and all that, but I'm just more so like, she's kind of disgusting.
She's a whore.
Hey, if you want to fuck, like, go ahead, but you literally have
Don't
sex with 1,000 dudes like without stopping, then like
You're a
there will be
whore.
repercussions.
like once you dip your fish stick into that fire, like don't complain. It shrivels up.
Yeah, you're probably gonna feel a fire.
Yeah.
I'm feeling a fire on my bulkhead.
That that fucking kid. Everyone's gonna be able to just go, "Yeah, mom's a hoe," and it's her fucking fault. Nobody made her do that. She could have gone and worked at Wendy's. I know plenty. There's plenty of chicks out there who have 15 kids and work at Wendy's. I don't know how they keep that revolving door circling, but they do it. You don't have to make you don't have to do the get rich quick of I'm gonna fuck 1,000 dudes in under a day. Like, oh, by the way, the unrelated to that, tangentially related to that, because I'm basically whoring myself out here too. Um, but
Like and subscribe.
right. Um, helps a lot. Sky's the limit. Uh, I am getting a payout at some point in the next couple of days from Twitch.
Yeah.
So that's cool. I don't think there's an NDA on it. I don't think they'd be like, hey, don't fucking talk about like what we pay you. Or
Getting a
whatever.
payout? No.
Yeah, I don't
Doesn't
think
matter.
yeah, it shouldn't be.
I think if you were like, yeah, I got access to what some other people are getting paid, and you try to do that, then yeah, but
Yeah. But even then, like, there was that dude that he cataloged like shit that like you could like it's public record stuff. Like basically every streamer, myself included, has like pop-ups of like this person subscribed, this person subscribed, this person used bits to do something, this person did this, blah 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 blah, right? Like all those things exist. Um, but yeah, like there were streamers that were threatening legal action against this dude, mostly a bunch of titty streamers that were mad because how much money they got out there, and all these like parasocial fucking sweaty ball bags were just like, oh no, like I'm not putting the most money forward. Well, she's definitely not gonna suck my dick now. as if she was going to begin with. But yeah, it tanked a bunch of their like viewer numbers and everything because like this dude had just cataloged like this is how much this person's making from subscriptions, because it's like I'm pretty sure it's out there that when you subscribe, like obviously when you subscribe for a longer period of time, like if you subscribe for 3 months, you pay less per month on the subscription, and that affects what you get from the payout from Twitch. Like that's not, that's not under like NDA or anything. I could definitely talk about that because it's fucking obvious. If somebody is paying less, I'm getting less because Twitch isn't gonna just eat the fucking pay cut.
Right.
And I'm not mad about it by any means because it's not actually that much of a cut. But I think I've even mentioned how much it is. I think it's like $3, give or take. Like you get like I get like $3 every time somebody subscribes, whether it's through Prime or through their or I think it's like 250 if it's through
Yeah,
Prime.
isn't it? It's like 50-50, right?
Something like that. But yeah, I get like $3 if somebody subscribes for a month. I don't even know how much is it a month. Is it $6? Is it $5.99?
I think it's $4.99.
Oh, so yeah, I get however many dollar dues. I get like 280 something. I think it's like 288. So I think it's 60/40, which good for me because I'm the one that's actually putting myself out there. Jeff Bezos isn't on my fucking live stream. It's me. Yeah, they host the fucking website, but I'm like,
Oh, what can I toss it?
if some
That's stupid
asshole
last.
if some asshole brings me a freaking vacuum and I clean up the floor, I'm not gonna go thank you for bringing me the vacuum. I
Thank you.
couldn't have done it without you. Like, I'm not gonna sell those. I'm just gonna hold on to them. I'll just bulk sell them later. Oh wait, I could put the freaking hammer away. All right, I'm gonna do these clue scrolls. Falador, right? Yep, Falador. I need a shovel. Sorry, a spade. Wait, yeah. Oh, but yeah, like, so yeah, that dude had just basically like put all that out there and was like, yeah, this is how much like this streamer makes on subscriptions, on bits,
Thank you.
and on like official sponsor stuff, because all that, like, if I have a in-stream sponsor, like say for example Bad Dragon reached out to me like personally and sent me an email and they're like, hey, talk about us on your stream, and they didn't go through Twitch, that's not going to have a record on Twitch, like aside from me telling Twitch, hey, I'm sponsored by this person. But I don't have to tell them how much I'm making from them. I don't have to tell them anything outside of like, hey, I am getting money from this company. Don't run ads for like a different company, basically. Like, I can't remember the name of that
Have
one
you
company.
reached out to Bad Dragon?
I keep meaning to, but I also get like 5 viewers a stream, so what's really the fucking point? They're gonna say no.
You're gonna change 5 people's lives, and they're gonna tell
Right.
people.
You're gonna open their minds and something else too.
Yeah. I'm gonna open their third
Oh, you
eye
should
and
try
their
it.
brown eye. What? Try a Bad Dragon or try getting sponsored?
Try getting sponsored.
But
Just reach out to them and be like, hey, sell me or send me like a few of these products and have it be like the pucks or whatever. So you don't have to spread your crabs wide open.
it's at the
Yeah,
wheat field next to Dranger
open.
Village. Alright, I know where that's at. Oh, but yeah, so like this guy had basically cataloged all of that, and fucking milquetoast critical, the dude who just has like the most bland opinions on things, which admittedly, like a lot of times his bland opinions are also like kind of right on the money with shit, but still bland motherfucker. People just like him for his hair, beard, and voice.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
But like he had made a he had commented on the fact that this guy had like cataloged all this shit, and he was like, by the way, fuckers, I made more money than what that guy was showing because that was only Twitch stuff. So like all these, like, it was mostly a bunch of titty streamers that got mad, mad, because they were
Where
like,
are you?
because like, yeah, there were a bunch of like horn dog ugly bastards that were just like, oh, like,
Why is ugly bastard so funny?
I don't know, man. But it was all these fat ugly bastards who were mad that, like, their parasocial relationship was basically being like intruded on because like they get some weird like pay pig fucking gratification from subscribing or whatever. Um, and like that's weird and it's gross, but going to Northeast Ohio could read mine. But it makes money. I'm not denying that. Um, but yeah, like uh, uh, a bunch of titty streamers, like, they lost income because these dudes weren't subscribing anymore because their names weren't on the thing, but like their weird like I said, parasocial relationship basically got like snapped because the connection, as it were, that they had was the fact that they were giving this pair of tits money. And like, you could be number one in your head, right? Because you're not seeing the actual numbers, right? Um, but then when the numbers come out and you are seeing the actual numbers of how much money this pair of tits gets from subscriptions and everything, you're not the only one. And so a lot of them got, offended that they, um, they're not numero uno, they're not the only one or whatever the fuck it might be. It's one of those things where it's like a question that I'm not gonna ask any of my like future partners is like a fucking body count. I don't need to know. That doesn't affect me in any way, shape, or form other than just making me mad. Like, um, I don't need to know. If it comes up, same thing. It's like, I didn't need to know that, but sure, thanks, I guess. Um, because like, somebody's reputation matters too, to a degree. Like, if somebody's being a Bonnie Blue and they just don't tell you about it, and then it comes up, like, somebody just suddenly is just like, hey, she hooked up with 1,000 dudes in a day. It's like, at that point, yeah, it does fucking matter because it's gonna come back and bite me in the ass. Of like, everyone just being like, your girlfriend's a whore. And nobody wants to deal with that. Nobody wants to listen to that. So yeah, that would suck. Always walking around the castle grounds and somehow knows everyone's age. That's fucking Hans certification. Um, um, camel. Oh, it's a camel. But yeah, like, any reasonable, healthy person, like, is might have had fucking 5 former partners, or like 5 former partners and 3 hookups, whatever the fuck. Who gives a shit? Um, but yeah, it's just like, if that kind of comes into the light, it's like, yeah, that sucks to hear. Because like, even if somebody's had previous partners and stuff, like, you're still the number one. You know, you're still their number one in your relationship because you're fucking with this person, right? But when it's like, oh, by the way, like, yeah, you're number one right now, but there have been 15 number ones. It's like, well, that sucks to hear.
I gotta find a place to charge my phone.
Back to fucking Falador.
That's
But but yeah, like, so yeah, these titty streamers lost a bunch of money. It was really funny. And to be fair, I'm not saying that, like, you know, because there's plenty of streamers out there that just happen to have tits, but you know, good on them for fucking knowing how to play the game, right? It's the same thing with counting cards in a casino. Like, you have an asset some people don't have, and it's gonna give you an advantage in some way. It's funny that, like, they will, like, casinos will kick you out for, like, counting cards and everything, because, even though, like, none of them actually
Ow,
say, like,
ow!
that's, what's up?
Cat trying to fucking stand on me and he's calling the shit out of me. Get down.
Is he just trying to get attention, or what?
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, like, I learned how to count cards because it's really fucking easy. It's literally just knowing how to count and just having some semblance of object permanence. I'm like, yeah, I already saw that, you know, two of clubs, so that's already been used. That's not in the deck anymore, unless it's one of those things where they have like the auto, like the fat deck, the big black deck that just has like, you know, 8 separate decks of cards all mixed in together, and it just cycles all 8 of them all together. So there could be several like two of clubs that pop up, which is what some of them do. But yeah, like, the one of the main things that I want to do, when I go to Vegas, I don't know who's going with. One, I want to see a couple of shows because that's gonna be fun. Two, I want to try to find the fucking slot machine that has the white pharaoh on it.
You go see some Hooters
Go see some Hooters, because
at the legal Hooter house.
yeah, because prostitution's legal in Nevada.
So plans too far away. Next best option.
Yeah, some Nevada Hooters. No, we're going to the Soapland in Nassau.
What?
You're gonna get your timbers shivered.
Fuck you, motherfucker. Thank you.
Nassau, it used to be a pirate city, or a pirate haven, but now it's just it's the Bahamas, right?
Yeah.
Used to be owned by
I don't know.
the Dutch as well.
I don't know. I don't want to go and then like we're about to get busy and it turns out cold.
Turns out what?
That it's cold.
It's cold in the Bahamas?
No, in the vagina.
Oh,
Why the fuck would it be cold in the Bahamas?
that's what I was asking.
That's what I
Please,
said.
Sarge.
That's what I said.
You stupid fuck.
I'll let
I
you hit
will
the books
replace
there,
you.
bitch.
Now my phone's going from like charging to not charging to slow charging to charging. It's like I need you to fucking charge, man.
Oh yeah.
I'm at 9 fucking %.
Oog.
I'm definitely replacing this.
If need be,
Fucking
I still
India.
have the. I thought you just said fucking Indians. I was like, what the fuck? Where'd that come from?
No, oddly enough, they've been very helpful with my fucking like
With your phone?
issues digitally.
Someone in my squad is just named Girl Stink.
Yo,
Killed them.
have a girl sit in front of a fan, get hit with the girl smell particles.
I feel like there's people that would pay for a girl to fart in a bucket of popcorn so they can.
Hey, look, we really don't need to go into my financial history. Gross.
You heard it here, folks.
I wonder how many people have thought they were into something, and then whatever that something was starts happening. They're like, "Oh, this is actually fucking gross."
I've had something like that, but it wasn't as gross. It was just more so this wasn't as enjoyable as I thought.
Because I do make
Yeah,
the
fuck it, it's not that bad.
what's up?
Uh, no, I thought I was like into choking, and then just now.
Um,
That's why it was two. Just choking on a piece of taco will fucking hard.
Fuck off me!
is he back
I
again?
don't have I don't have shit for you, cat.
When you're annoyed at GG, you just call him cat instead of GG.
Boy.
Basically,
How's he adjusting to the new apartment?
it's fine.
Oh, I got another scimitar kit. I have another Guthix one. Guthix. I got a staff of shit. Earth. I got some.
Stop shit. The thing I made earlier.
Cast an earth blast in there.
Just, I don't know why, it's just funny. Yeah, it looked like a stick you would take home.
Yeah, look. It's the shit staff. Well, you can't look at it, but when you get home, you can put on the old school RuneScape stream because I know it's your favorite game. Yeah, it's just earth
I mean,
staff.
it's not that bad.
Just,
Like, I forgot what it was that you said that I liked, and like, I know I actually hate the fuck out.
oh, I don't know.
Like, I don't know what it was, but it made me want to fucking punch Mickey Rooney in the gut. Time travel to go punch him in the gut.
God damn it! I was
Wait,
like,
he's still alive, right?
you don't have to time travel. No, Mickey Rooney's dead. I'm pretty sure. He did a
Fuck.
he got a bunch of prosthetics to be an Asian, and then he died from being allergic to them.
Really?
Nobody did put on Asia prosthetics and did a caricature voice.
No, I knew that. I was like, oh, did he really die from like the adhesive and all?
No, but the guy that played Gimli, John Rhys Davies, he was allergic to the glue that they used for his prosthetics. Mickey Rooney. Yeah, he died in 2014. What the fuck? Born Ninian Joseph Ewell Jr. Is he Jewish?
Was Mickey Rooney his stage name?
Yeah. His mom was a burlesque performer. That's kind of cool. I thought about doing that for a little bit.
So how much does she charge by dance?
I don't know. It's not always necessarily a dance. Sometimes it's just a show.
Wait, so Gimli, the actor, they just fucking put a bunch of prosthetics on him?
Yeah. He's wearing prosthetics around his eyes and his mouth. And like the beard is attached to the prosthetics.
They're like, yeah, we gotta put some of this adhesive on your cock. You need to have a dick like a dwarf.
But there was also
You can't
like
just skip over that.
if you look at I almost said Leonidas, that's not right. Legolas. If you look at his hair, you can see in the middle it's kind of up a little bit. Like it just has more volume right there. The reason for that is because Liv Tyler. Well, yeah, it's a wig attached to a skull cap basically. But Liv Tyler was like, "Oh, Orlando Bloom, you should grow out a mohawk. I think that would look cool if you had a mohawk." And it's Liv Tyler, so he's like, "Fuck it, I'm getting a mohawk." So he got a mohawk, and yeah, so that's why in some of the scenes you can see where his hair piece that he's wearing is kind of raised in the middle. It's because the like bald cap or like the cap that they would put on over their actual hair, which the elven hair was attached to, was sitting on top of his mohawk basically. Oh, I hit buy instead of sell. But yeah, I know a bunch of like weird like little tidbits of like behind the scenes things with Lord of the Rings because I loved the behind the scenes like thing that they had on the special edition. I always thought that was one of the coolest. Um, I always love seeing like bloopers, and I love seeing uh, like just making of stuff. I always thought it was like the coolest thing. Like when they're doing the scene where they're running away from the Nazgul, um, and they all fall down
A
the
little
hill.
nautical.
Yeah. Um,
Is that such shitty fun thing while chasing them?
you could hear them flying in with that. But yeah, when they all go tumbling down a hill, right? Or no, I think it's when they're running away from Farmer Maggot. As they go tumbling down the hill, one of the hobbits just ripped ass in the realest way, because it was all for like they just found like a little hill and they're like just you know basically like tuck and roll down it like 3 or 4 times and we'll just cut all around it and make it look like it's the hill's longer than it really is. So that's what they did. Um, but yeah, like while they're falling on one of the takes, one of them just did like the jump to start rolling down the hill, and right as they jumped, it was just all the way down, and then they landed and they go, "Somebody fart!" And they all just started laughing. But yeah, I think it might have been Dominic Monaghan, Moynihan, however the hell his last name is pronounced, but
Moide.
yeah, Dominic Mudahar. Um,
Some ordinary Mudu. Mudu? I'm looking at-
um,
Why do you lie about being a fucking whatever?
Indian?
No, we
No,
all
an
know that.
engineer.
Oh, I was like, I don't know if he was really able to lie about that. I don't know.
He's just like, no, guys, I'm Mexican.
That shouldn't be that funny. Um, Yo, Zach, are you looking at the stream? You ready to see some madness?
I'm not. I'm in a fucking gunfight. Hang on.
What are you playing? Fortnite?
Yeah.
Fortnite Battle Pass? I just shit out my ass. Um, I love Chinese Communist Party.
What?
That's the guy's name. I
I was
hesitate
like,
to
you don't
say
gotta
the
support me, man.
I
Hope I'm not a
hesitate
communist.
I hate to say the shorthand of it because it's CCP, but
I was prepared for you to say CUM, and
no,
I don't know
that's
how that lines up, but
Canada,
sure.
United States, and Mexico.
Oh
Come,
yeah, come.
yeah. Um,
Hey Zach.
Hang on. What's up?
Well, actually, no, I don't know if I can say it out loud. I'll text it to you.
I'm leveling my rune crafting, Zach. I'm gonna get to 99. I don't know why I'm saying it like the Joker when he has a low punny. I'm leveling my rune crafting, Batman. No, Joker. You need to be on a member server. It's body runes all the way to the top, Batman. It's body runes from level 20. One of the things that they had
I'll be
to,
right
one of the things that so there have been like streams where, Jagex mods and like player mods and stuff would, I think they've streamed it, where they just do like bot busting, where they just find where a lot of bots typically are, usually on free to play worlds. Um, and they, will just find like whoever's clearly botting. And it tends to be a lot of times it's rune crafting because there's a big mark because every spell uses runes, and rune crafting takes fucking forever. So if you just have a bot that you just buy a fuck ton of essence for, I went the wrong way. Um, what you could do is you could just have that bot wear a tiara and just run from the closest bank to the altar and back, and just keep making runes nonstop. And if, like, I think it's after, I think it's like 8 hours, RuneScape will just force log you out. Like, you will just get logged out of the game. Um, but but yeah, so like there's shit you could do with bots and everything. And this is not a like this is not me saying like, you know, you should. You can't by way of like terms of service, you can't bot, but this is the thing that people do when they are botting, is they use them for rune crafting. I've seen people use bots just for coal, because coal is such a ball ache to gather. They have a bot that just mines coal, banks it, mines coal, banks it, mines coal, banks it, and then they, because you could get notes, and there's basically like effectively no cap on how many items you can withdraw in note form, as far as I remember. So if it's something like, because you can see all the rune essence that I have in my inventory, that's 28 of them. They don't stack the way like arrows or the actual runes stack. So that's why coal takes forever, because you can only mine 28 at a time unless you have a coal bag, which is members only. So if you're botting, why are you going to pay for a membership on a bot? You know, no point. You're not going to make that much. You're not going to make money back from it. But yeah, people would just have bots that just mine coal for them. Which is really shitty and just really stupid, because it's like, if you're not gonna mine the coal, at least go do something that can give you money and then just buy the coal. Like, I'm not sitting here saying like, you know, mining coal all day in RuneScape is just the most amazing fun experience. I recognize that I play a lot of dwarves in games and I do a lot of mining in games because I love it, but not everybody does. If you're gonna bot, you're a fucking loser. But yeah, here and there might be a few more old school RuneScape streams, just because my computer is dying. Um, and the that was my toe. If you heard that, that hurts so bad. Um, but yeah, my computer is dying, and I still haven't gotten a graphics card replacement, so it's on the list. But we'll have to wait. Other things are more important. Oh, my ankle! Like foot surgery. Not really, but but yeah. So RuneScape for now. I might play Minecraft at some point. I don't know. Oh, it's Count Check. Ah, you do not have a Jagex account nor a bank pin, so you failed my checks. So you failed my checks. Checks? Checks. That was almost a slur. um, I just remembered that I'm not saying his name, so I'm not like doxing the guy or anything, but it was a guy that lived in a place called the City of Ashland, and I misspoke while I was handling his business, and I said shitty. Like a shitty City of Ashland. And I goes, yeah. And Matt heard me and he started laughing. Um, actually, I think I've mentioned it before, but yeah, when I was working at the call center, I was playing RuneScape at the same time a lot. Um, just because like I could deal with somebody's like account stuff and do woodcutting at the same time. And I was paying for a membership, so I was like, man, fuck it. I'm not gonna pay for a membership and not play the game. Um, but yeah. Um, No, I got one level in Magic. There's gonna be a handful of these streams where I literally just don't get any levels in anything just because they're so spread out at this point. That and I get bored of skilling one thing at a time very quickly, which is also another great thing about RuneScape is you could just go do a different skill and level that up, and you get the gratification of the little whenever you get a level up. Yeah, it's weird to think at a certain point, like having 30,000 XP left in attack, and I'm like, oh, I'm pretty close actually. Mathematically. Um, but uh, but yeah, like, oh god, yeah. Jeez, I have over 1 million XP in cooking, almost 1.5 million. Same thing with mining. God, heavens to Murgatroyd. And woodcutting. Oh, I have over 1.5 million XP in woodcutting. What have I become? No levels in sailing, but I will get a membership at some point and get sailing. Or I'll buy a old school bond. Oh my god! How much money do I have? 6 mil, 6.5 mil. Oh, that's right. Foot guy wanted one of my feet and gave me money. Anyway, yeah. Oh yeah. I think it's like the Blood Moon Rises or whatever is the name of the quest. But the vampire quest line has ended, or the Myarkey quest line is over. It officially ended the quest. And that was one of the things that Ron and I were talking about when it came to WoW was before I leave, I wanted to throw this out there. Like so many storylines just don't end. They just keep going and going and going. And you can have a storyline that goes for a while and then ends, and then a new story starts, and it could even involve the exact same fucking characters. But it has to feel like a new story. If it just feels like a continuation of the other story, it sucks. And it just feels like you're just spinning, churning the pot. Like you're not doing anything. You're not going anywhere because it's just feels like it's the same thing again and again. Did I ever tell you the definition of insanity? Oh, I should play Far Cry on stream. That'd be fun. Um, anyway, thank you for watching, everybody. I'm gonna end it here just because I am very tired and I'm gonna like rest for like an hour before I go get Matt. But I know this is a short one. Like I said, my computer is dying, so might be a pain in the ass to stream anything too graphically intensive because I am both playing whatever it is that I'm playing, and it's also being streamed technically 3 times because it's on OBS and it's on YouTube and it's on Twitch. Of course, OBS is just displaying it. It's not really like it's not doing anything beyond that, but it does use up a lot of memory and whatnot, and it does use the graphics card quite a bit. So, um, yeah. But for now, thank you for watching, everybody. Like, comment, and subscribe. Since I think I'm still pretty sure I should say that. Anyway.